Week number 10. Here's where we are. I don't even know what to say to y'all, man. Drew, run a drop, man. Just run a damn drop. Nickel and dime.
Oh, Shawnee, how you feeling? Shawnee, it's your lovable therapist here. You didn't come see me this week. Are you okay?
You pull this shit. I'm not okay. Nah, man. I'm not okay.
I know okay. That was from the bottom of my heart, man. That was sincere. That's a sincere checkup. You okay?
Wasn't it? Drew, I'm not okay, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Be honest with you, and
I just want to let you you fine people know we had a little Zoom call last night with it was me, Shawn, and two of our other friends that we've managed to stay friends with since high school, and your boy Shawn didn't join up. He didn't come say hey.
Nah, your man was in no mood to talk. Not only that, but that like they wanted me in there so bad that they sent a request to my fiance.
Yeah.
And I denied that one too. It was not a time to talk. And I'm sure all of Bucs Nation felt what I was talking about. That was an embarrassment, man. And I ain't even, Drew, we got a lot to talk about this week. So we will have plenty of time for this shit show of a team.
The shit show
behind me right here. You will definitely get plenty of that. So we got time for it, man. Let's get to all the other week activities for the teams who did good. We not going just like
this man's just passing over his own team right now.
I mean, it's right. It's exactly. It's like there are fans who are happy. So we going to address y'all. We not going to address my team. We don't need to do that.
That's fair. I mean,
we don't need to do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
How you feeling, Drew?
As a Panthers fan, I'm kind of happy. We played our asses off against Kansas City.
That you did. I was very proud. For you, I was very proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I was very proud of the Panthers. But Drew, let me know how it went down, man, because I know that Sunday. What I'm very interested in is how y'all both, you and your wife, perceived the game to before Sunday happened, and then during the game, and then how y'all felt afterwards. Like I want to know the whole story.
The whole story. Okay, yeah, nah.
The range of emotions was all over everywhere. I know
it was good, man. I will give it hats off to my wife. She is very gracious in her win. She knows she's got a good team. She knows deep down this game didn't matter one bit. Deep down, she knew Mahomes and Andy Reid were going to get it done. Even if we were scaring them in the fourth. She was very nice. She didn't rub it in my face whatsoever. She was happy because I had to buy her donuts anyway because she beat me in fantasy football last week.
Those donuts look dank as hell, man. I was like, my mouth started watering, man. Who ate that? Who ate the s'mores donut? Who ate that s'mores donut?
I mean, the champ did. Laura ate it. You know, that's her championship.
Was that her first pick? Was that her first pick?
Nah,
because there was a lot of donuts in the box.
The Huckleberry one
was a lot of donuts in the box.
The bright red one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's her.
Yeah,
jam.
that one stood out. Okay.
Yeah,
right. I would have went straight in for the s'mores.
I went straight for the peanut butter chocolate cheesecake.
Okay.
That was my.
All right. I'm not a cheesecake fan, Drew. You know I'm not a cheesecake fan, but like
I don't know why.
You know,
I keep bringing it up because I'm like, why? Why are you not a cheesecake fan?
Yeah. If y'all have a problem with that, like just get at me in the comment section, hit me up on Twitter. But no, not a cheesecake fan.
That's fair.
I don't know. Right. Cream cheese. It's just I don't know.
But no, she was very gracious. There wasn't any shit talking building up to it. Like I said, deep down, she knew they were good. You know what I mean? So like, if there was going to be any ill will or any hard feelings, it was going to be on my side. And I was happy we played the way we played, man. Bridgewater is. If you're not a Bridgewater fan at this point, then just stop watching football. I mean, my man is a trooper, and he's putting he's diving head. He's killing it, man.
Yeah, your boy's got heart, man. Like your boy's got heart, and I mean, you already like one. If you are a football fan at all, you're already a fan of Teddy Bridgewater just because of what he overcame.
Right.
But the great thing about it is like now he's putting it on tape, and that dude is gritty, man. Like
I love it.
Like,
he's a football player.
Like he's a football player, and he just gets it done. And that's I will just talking about that Panther game. Carolina gave the Chiefs all that they can handle.
Yeah, man.
Y'all gave them all that they could handle. And now you said Laura never wavered, but like I can't believe that as a fan. Like you still don't want a bad loss on your record, regardless of how, because like the losses still add up when it comes to the playoffs, regardless. And
especially when
that's the team that's fighting for the 1 seed.
Yeah, especially when we end up like 7-9. I mean, you don't want that loss on your record. You know?
Right. And we definitely stay tuned for that a little bit later on in the show. But Bridgewater had 300 plus. Like he had 300 plus. Run CMC only had 69 yards. But Drew, you let me know what was going on with Mike Davis, because like a lot of people like, maybe is he just better as a starter, or like was he,
I think the run game as a whole suffered, and I mean that could be. Hats off, that could be the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like they didn't seem like they let up a lot on the ground.
Right.
But I mean, luckily Bridgewater's passing game was on point. But I don't think it was necessarily Mike Davis or Christian McCaffrey playing bad. I just don't think we got off to a start in the running department. Period.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Carolina, like, just talking about it, Mahomes had another 4 TDs. Carolina only had a sack. Yeah, so they only had 1 sack.
I'm happy we got one. That dude's so quick and elusive, man. You hardly can get anywhere near him. So the fact that we did, I'm pumped about it.
Exactly, man. So, addressing another game, kind of moving on to another game, but like we got to talk about it, man. The Dolphins and Arizona, did we not say that was going to be a matchup to watch? Like, and it was the honorable mention. Honestly, like I feel bad because I told y'all to watch Bucs Saints, and the Arizona Dolphins game should have been the primetime game. Like it was a great game. It was back and forth.
I picked
all
the winner.
Makings of a great game.
I picked the winner.
Yeah, I was wilding because I told you stay away from the Cardinal games, man. You never know how they're gonna go.
Unless they gonna
confidently, my guy. Yeah, you pick confidently. I appreciate that.
I don't know, man. I wasn't that high on Tua coming out. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's gonna like. I don't know. I just didn't see star in him, but I'm pulling for the guy. Regardless of how I think this is going to end. Yeah. I'm pulling for him. So he's a fun, feel-good story. So
yeah, and I think the good thing about Tua is he's definitely like he's 2-0 as a starter. First, right? Like he's 2-0 as a starter, and I mean honestly, like he built on his first game. Right, he came out. The defense really did it in the first game, but Tua did exactly what he needed to do to put his team in position to win.
Looked like he had a little more,
and that's why he's 2-0.
He had a little more confidence this week, so I think each week he's just gonna have a little bit more and a little bit more.
Being 1-0 with your first game will do that to you, will it not? Like,
now imagine what 2-0 is gonna do. I mean,
honestly, exactly. And he was 20 28, 2 TDs, right? Like he just did what he needed to do.
Yep.
Great game all the way around. It was. I think it was about as high scoring as I thought it was going to be.
In the 30s. Like, they both got in the
Cardinals
30s.
Offense.
Yeah. Two elusive quarterbacks. So, like, it was good. I mean, speaking of numbers, Buffalo putting up 44 on Seattle.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah. Seattle, man. I mean, that defense bit them. Yeah. It bit them. Like, it finally bit them. And they got up on them boys early.
Yeah, they did.
It kind of didn't stop there, you know what I'm saying? Like they just kept it rolling. But Josh Allen wound up with I want to say 415 yards. Ooh. Like and Rusty still had a day. Like obviously you can't come back and make it somewhat competitive.
Yeah, I mean they made it respectable. Like, if
you don't have a day,
44-34. Yeah. They made it respectable.
They did 3 TDs also, 3 TDs. Yeah. And like he didn't even really have to run, and he still had 14 yards and 1 touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like he really did it through the air, which is. Honestly, isn't that what you want to see from him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's been his big question mark. You know what I mean? Can he pass the ball?
Right.
And he did.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, like, Drew, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, but, like, the Bills' defense obviously came to play. I mean, they did what they could against that offense, but they were shutting them down early. I mean, like they still had 5 sacks on Russie, 2 picks, right? You know what I'm saying?
When's the last time you heard Russell Wilson threw 2 picks in a game?
He was a little flustered. He was a little flustered, and I mean, Bills Mafia, man. Like,
Mafia.
it's something about that stadium, man. Yeah. Like, it's something about that stadium. So I really like their home field advantage. They kind of get it done up there. So
they do.
I like it. Yeah.
Speaking of getting it done, Ravens get a much needed win against the Colts.
Yeah, it was a little saucy early, man. It was a little saucy early. I mean, they wound up getting it done, but it took them to half. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, Lamar Jackson ends with 170 passing yards. It's a little rough for an NFL quarterback, you know.
Yeah.
People start talking, you know. People start talking.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I think he looked confident in the second half, but it was I don't know what his exact stats were, but he was not doing well early in the game. No. And then they came out in the half. He wound up JK I think had a good game. They wound up doing a lot of rushes, but 170 yards kind of tells the story, man. I don't believe that is a strategy that you can win playoff games with the way it seems.
You're not going to beat the Steelers.
Is that just me?
You're not going to beat the Steelers like that. You're not going to beat the Chiefs like that. You're not going to beat the Bills like that. Both.
No, and you know what? And the great thing about that is the 2 teams that you named, the 3 teams that you named are they're all cold weather teams.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's really not going to matter because those teams are going to want to rush the ball as well. So I appreciate that, man. The good, I guess talking a little bit more about the recap, right? These boys, it was a lot going on Sunday, and we didn't even mention the Tampa Saints game. Listen, stay tuned for that. We did not mention that one. But listen, I'm kind of talking about it a little bit. A lot of teams was at a crossroads yesterday, man. And Drew, I was talking about working this into the recap when we was on before, but a lot of teams need to look in the mirror, man.
Yeah, a lot of teams that we thought were really good struggled.
Yesterday was quite a day for some of these teams, and this is what I came to realize is that this was a soul searching Sunday.
Soul searching Sunday. I like it. Yeah. So a lot of teams are at a crossroads. Like I said, they need to figure out who they are. So I mean, and not only that, but it's just a list of things that I was asking myself. You know what I'm saying, Drew? I was just asking myself this: do the Ravens really have a great offense? Right? Ooh. They started slow. Took them to half. 170 passing yards. Not really what you want to see come late December, come January. I don't know if you're playing in February with that kind of you're
offense,
not.
Drew, right now.
Not with that AFC the way.
I don't know if they can keep that up. Seattle.
Oof.
This defense is holding the team back. Let's just be honest. They're just holding the team back.
I feel like they keep adding names though. They keep adding names. When is that
Well, they can't do that anymore. They seriously can't because the trade deadline's passed now.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just it's one of those things, man. They're adding names and hopefully they'll get a little bit more integrated into the system.
Yeah.
But
Adams is back. I mean, that should help a lot.
Right. And it was just his first game, so maybe he has to get his sea legs under him. Hopefully, a la Antonio Brown, we're gonna need you to step up, obviously, because them boys. Hey, I don't know, man. But not only that, but Vegas, right? Vegas barely beat the Chargers. Are they consistent enough to be great? They've been up and they've been down all season. You know what I'm saying? They beat good to mediocre to good to great teams, right? They've beaten those teams.
But they struggle against terrible teams.
Right, playing up and down to their talent,
man.
Who are
I
they?
enjoy watching the Chargers, man. I hate they had another heartbreak, lose on the last play of the game again. But
they're fun to watch.
It was, and I loved the navy color rush. They got that was a nice little look they had.
That was that's probably my favorite look of the whole season. To be
I was gonna say the same thing, man. That just the navy and the white helmet. I wish they'd get rid of the numbers and just have the bolt on the helmet. I think that'd just be a little touch. It'll go a long way.
That yellow pinstripe was dirty.
Yeah,
that was dirty, man.
I love those. I love those unis. That was great. More teams should follow suit.
They were. They should. And just a quick aside here, man. A quick aside, but like the uniforms, like the NBA honestly has this right, man.
The
like
cities?
Switching up their uniforms.
The city editions?
The NFL, sure. Like, but what I'm saying is like the NFL is missing out on so much money. It's like actual money. Cause like if you alter your jerseys and do that frequently, like people are going to eat that stuff up.
No doubt.
Not Drew.
I mean, I'd buy I have, I miss the old stitching. You know what I mean? Like, have you bought a jersey in a while? Like the new ones?
Nah.
They don't have the stitching on it anymore. Like the game day jerseys are just like the old basketball jerseys we had in like the 5th grade.
Well, I mean, they have those, but they're a lot more expensive though. But what I'm saying is like you gotta pay for those. But I guess like my point is if you switch it up, like I'm more apt to buy like some alternate variation of a jersey, especially if you're wearing it on the field.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're wearing it on the field, I want all the colors. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone you put out, I want them all.
They're just leaving it out there.
Yeah,
exactly. They're just leaving it out there. But kind of getting back to it, Soul Searching Sunday. Drew, I know we really didn't touch on it, but the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I thought they were gonna lose, man.
Dallas.
I thought they were gonna lose.
Right, Dallas. That Dallas team, almost.
Garrett Gilbert, Dallas.
Garrett Gilbert, Dallas, and he was looking out.
Yeah, he was back in his AAF days.
He was doing the thing.
He was back when he was running things in the that short-lived football league. Yeah, he was crushing.
That was a guy who was playing with nothing to lose.
Right? Why not?
He was doing. Like he was playing with nothing to lose, and I like. Can you not appreciate that?
I enjoyed it. Like, that's the first time in my life I think I've pulled for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it felt weird. I hadn't done that since I was like 8.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was a RIP Redskins fan as a kid. So I hated the Cowboys. Hated them.
Right. I guess my thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers is like, are they going to play down to their opponent, or are they going to be the juggernaut that they have been the past couple weeks? Right, like that is not a. I mean, it's a small blip for the way they've been playing, but still a blip. Like you can't have that happen. Like if you are the team you want to become, January, that doesn't happen. Right, like that does not happen. Yeah. So, Dolphins 2-0.
Yep.
Like on a good note, still got to look in the mirror for some good things. Dolphins 2-0, but like, are they really the team, Drew? And it like to your point last week, man, I loved your midseason turnaround, man. So like that made me think of this right here. But Dolphins are 2-0 with Tua, right?
Yep. Got a shot in the arm.
We saw the schedule.
Defense playing great.
We saw the schedule. What the schedule's looking like going forward. Like it's very favorable the next couple games. So if they are the real team that they've been the last couple weeks, they should be winning those games, right? If they really want to be that team, then you win these games. Look yourself in the mirror, find out who you are, because you get that dub if you are that team, basically.
I think they can be that team.
And not only that, but like with just a precautionary, like cover your ears, but also look yourself in the mirror. Tampa, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, he mad.
So we'll talk about it a little bit later, but like look yourself in the mirror, teams, and it just wasn't a great day. It wasn't a great day for a lot of y'all. So figure it out. Get it done.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Real quick before we move on, shout out Jake Lutton. Almost getting that dub for the Jaguars there at the end, man. 6th round rookie. Right? Takes his team downfield, scores, and just barely misses that 2-point conversion, man. I thought they were gonna upset Houston. I don't know.
What is it about like the Jaguars that like they get a new quarterback in, the quarterback like wows you a little bit. And
insert new quarterback here.
Oh,
yeah.
It happens all the time. Yeah. Like he looked happy as hell out there. Dude.
He was like, I'm living the dream. He's like, I never thought I'd be on this field.
Yeah, he looked like he was having a good time, man. Like I can appreciate that. So,
couple housekeeping notes, real quick. No fans for the Pats. Patriots say no fans the rest of the year. They're nixing it. Atlanta Falcons
Cases ramping up.
Yeah, you got to be careful out there. Falcons waive 2017 first rounder linebacker Tack McKinley. He wanted out. He was tweeting it. He got it.
He got it. Yeah. He got it. I mean, like, He hadn't really done anything. Like, Drew, have you?
No, they'd already declined his 5th-year option, so who cares?
Yeah.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I just thought of that meme in Tombstone where they're leaving town and the Cowboys like, bye. Another housekeeping note, David Montgomery, he's in concussion protocol. Chicago running back suffered a concussion against the Titans on Sunday.
That's a big loss for them, man. That's a big loss, yeah.
Noah Fant aggravated his ankle on Sunday, so he's somebody to keep an eye out for. The Chiefs, he just finally got back on the field. Taco Charlton fractured his right leg. Probably done for the year.
God, man. I feel bad for them because, like, he was trying to make a comeback. Yeah. Like, he was taking, like, the Aldon Smith route a little bit. Yep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of, I mean, obviously not, like, they're not the same player or whatnot, but, like, a very similar, much maligned, very highly drafted guy. Like, I was hoping they were actually going to be able to pull it out. And, yeah.
You pull for the guy. You know, like, he made some mistakes, but if you threw $1 million at me at 21, I'd probably make some mistakes too. So.
More than likely, like more than 85 to 90% likely, I'm probably gonna mess that up. I'm gonna
take a suspension
at least one time,
you know.
Right, I'm at least going to have to hire a lawyer one time.
But
right? Like,
how much do you charge for PR work?
May get that image a little cleaned up there.
Panthers McCaffrey just came back. Now he's day-to-day with a shoulder injury this time, so at least he's mixing it up.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully it gets better for the guy, man. I mean, especially because this is really the time where, like, teams, it's the middle of the season.
We need to win
so
some games.
Teams need bodies. Yeah, teams need bodies. So, like, staying off the injury report is key, especially if you're one of those bottom of the roster guys. So, like.
One of Tua's favorite targets, Preston Williams, he left the game on Sunday. He's day-to-day with a foot injury, so we'll see if he can come back next week. And then you hate to see it, man. I don't know if you watched it or not, but that another gruesome ankle injury. Kyle Allen, Washington. Whew.
Oh man,
that was just.
I know, like you got a little spot in your heart for that.
I do, man. I like it. Like, don't get me, like we've talked about it before. He was not the Carolina savior that some fans thought he was, but yeah, you like the guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I was excited that he went to Washington. I was like, cool, he's gonna get an opportunity. You know.
Right. Yeah.
That was dude. His leg just went.
I really didn't see it, man. And to be honest, like just because of the story alone, I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I felt bad for him because, like, to be honest, Alex Smith came in.
Yeah, Alex
in the game
Smith
and,
came in for him.
Did not have a good game, right? Like, he did not have a good game. No. Seeing ghosts, man. He might have been out there seeing ghosts. I don't know.
But I mean, Red Zone, we were watching the Red Zone channel here, and they were like, "We're going to show this once. If you're squeamish, look away, and we're never showing it again after this one time." And they showed it, and me and Laura both were like, "Oh,
respect." Like, is it weird that as soon as you said that, like, I knew the feeling that you felt in your body at the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know. I mean, you've seen some gruesome injuries, so we all know that, like, gut-wrenching, churning feeling. And then, like...
Because you think you want to see it.
Some people can't handle it.
But then you don't want to see it. Right. But then you're glad you saw it.
Yeah, you can't... but the problem is you can't unsee it. That's the problem.
Can unsee it.
Like, nah. I got you. So I like that, man. A lot of things went on this weekend. A lot of bad. At least, I'm sorry, I'm raining such a dull cloud on, like, everybody who's
Debbie Downer over here.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you get beat the way your team got beat on Sunday. And then, like, not only that, but you had to wait all day for that, right? Yeah. Like,
that was the cherry on your Sunday.
For that
was your cherry on your Sunday, and it was a sour,
right?
Just sour.
It was the sourest cherry you could probably get. Anyway, Drew, man, what you got up next for the folks?
Well, real quick before we move on from Week 9, let's see how you guys feel about it. It's your team's updates.
Ooh, nice.
We got we wanted to hear. You know, we're not divisionists. You know what I mean? You know, like, we hate on the Saints and Falcons equally. But you know what? We still respect them. So let's check in with our buddy Josh
It
Rosenstein.
ain't a lot of respect coming from this way, man. It ain't a lot of respect, and I done seen a lot of disrespectful stuff on them boys. Not only, man, it's coming, man. It's Drew. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, man.
Dude, you're good. You're good.
I'm upset.
I know.
I'm upset, man.
I feel like I need to get you like Grubhub you some pizza. You know what I mean? Like make it lift your spirits a little bit. I think my man needs some carbs. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But let's check in with North Carolina comic. I've known him for a while. He's a great guy, very funny, and a diehard Falcons fan to a T. So give it up, Josh Rosenstein. How you feeling?
What's it like to be a Falcons fan this season? I don't know, man. It's like you're staring at a bunch of trash that's on fire, right? And it's like, yeah, it's trash on fire, but like you love it because you and that trash are from the same place. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm surprised that some people have been, like, fans have been like, oh, I can't watch the Falcons anymore this season. Like, if you stuck around after 28-3, like nothing should faze you. It's whatever. Like I'm happy every time we go on the field and like every player doesn't injure their ACL in both knees. I don't know. We got rid of our coach, RIP DQ. But we won a couple games, and it's honestly arrogant to expect any more. Bye.
That was a Falcons fan, that's for sure.
Yeah. Didn't you, like, I mean, and be honest, like you felt that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you felt that in your
We've
soul
all been
a
there.
little bit. I mean,
we've been there. We had some pretty dark years
then,
at the end of Jake Delhomme's career. I felt that. I've been there.
Oh, it's been so many dark years over in Tampa.
Yeah.
So like you preach to the choir with that, but like I mean it does hurt a little bit more when it's recent. Yeah. Like you heard him talk about 28-3, and I mean like I don't know what it's like coming from that side.
No,
of it.
I don't either.
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
I mean
like,
the Panthers got killed
know.
in the Super Bowl, but they weren't winning 28-3. You know what I mean? So I can't speak for that level of pain.
Right. That's a whole different level, man. So hopefully I mean, isn't it hard for like us to like I want y'all to have sympathy for them. Like I'm be honest.
We hate the
but
Falcons,
like
so that's good.
We in your division, so I want to have sympathy for you, but like that means you would be beating my team, and I really can't, Josh. I can't go with that, man.
No
but
tears
like,
for
I do
you.
feel bad for you though.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for you though. Get like all the Bengals fans, like get that man, Venmo that man some loot, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Just make him feel better. Put some money in his
Saints
pocket.
fans,
Lift the spirits up. Buy the man a beer. Oh, that's what it is. That's how you pay it forward in this coronavirus time, Drew. Yeah. Like that's what you do. You find the team. If your team is doing well, right? If your team is doing well, you want to spread the love. Like find a fan whose team is not doing so well. Venmo them $5 for a beer.
Everyone knows a Jets fan.
Let them get some beer
down
delivered to the house, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. What a great idea by me. Let me pat myself on the back. I don't want to reach over because I might knock my mic over. But listen, I'm gonna pat myself on the back when we finish filming here, Drew, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay. I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, next up we got. You made it look so much fun last week, so I'm gonna give it a shot. It's Gimme 3.
Oh,
we're gonna do Gimme 3, and we're gonna stick with what you had. We're gonna do Big Threat Energy.
Big Threat Energy. Just the title alone makes you know it's Drew about to bring some rain on y'all boys, man. Let's go, Drew.
Yeah, man, we've had fun. Last week, Shawn picked the Kansas City Chiefs as his Big Threat Energy, and this is just a fun little segment where we pick a team that's doing good, probably going to the playoffs, and we pick 3 teams based matchup-wise that could give them a little bit of a problem. So this week, I'm going to go – you went with the current not the leader of the AFC,
champs.
but one of the top. Yeah, I mean, they're the Super Bowl champs. So I figured I'll go for, let's see who's number 1 in the NFC. So I went Seattle Seahawks. Big Threat Energy.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what you got, man. What you thinking today?
A little bit on the Seahawks. They are giving up an average of 468 yards a game. It's the worst in the NFL.
It's that bad?
The worst in the NFL.
Bruh.
They're giving
32.
They're giving up an average of 28.4 points a game as well. That defense is...
I don't need, like... Oof. No words, man.
Yeah.
No words. And that's the thing is, like, you really don't think of that when you think of Seattle.
No.
Like, when you think of Seattle Seahawks, you think of stout defense flying around, you know what I'm saying? Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Bobby Wagner, like, in his heyday. And that, like, it's just not that. Like, I don't know what changed. Like, I don't know why they aren't able to do things that they were normally able to do, like what you think of when you go to Seattle. Like, it just ain't that. And it could hurt them. Like, it could hurt them coming down the stretch. Like, you just saw it yesterday, right? Like, Buffalo, did Buffalo look like they were scared of them boys yesterday?
Buffalo hit them right in the mouth from the get-go.
That's what I'm saying. And, like, the Seattle had to come back. They had to use that number, like, top 3 offense to come back in that game. Like, they were down big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that defense, like, it's crazy when you do your research, you realize Seattle is a passing team. Like, they don't have healthy running backs. They're middle of the pack as far as rushing per game goes. You know what I mean? They're third in passing in the league. So it's literally Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett that's keeping this team on the winning path right now.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, like, the way that it's rolling for them, tell me that is not a very good reason why Russell Wilson should be an MVP, because he literally is keeping that team in games that hasn't been a playoff hunt.
He's won.
Yeah, okay.
He's won.
Drew making that call, and I honestly can't say that you would be wrong the way that he is playing the game right now, man, because that defense is so bad.
The only other person you really can make a case for is Aaron Rodgers, because he's got an equally terrible defense.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, like, honestly, I'm gonna take on this challenge, Drew. I'm gonna take on this challenge, so you gotta hold me to it. But I'm gonna look into a little bit more about the Seattle defense for next week, and I'm gonna do a deep dive into, like, their scheme, what they've been running, why it's not working.
I like it.
What they're trying to do. That's a good little project for me. So yeah, but honestly, like, since we're talking about it, big threat energy, what 3 teams do you have for these boys that could take them off? Obviously, you saw the Bills do it, but, like, I'm curious to see what teams you think could really, like, give them some trouble as well.
Right. So I mean, that you got to start number 1 team. They laid out the blueprint. They showed it's how it's done. It's the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
That first meeting, Kyler Murray had 360 passing yards and 67 rushing yards just by himself with 4 total touchdowns. The Arizona team combined had 159 rushing yards. Arizona Cardinals currently the second best rushing team in the league.
Okay. With Kyler, man, I mean, like, honestly, I think, like, I think he's putting up something like 40-something fantasy points a game. So that tells you a lot about what he's doing, because there has to be some rushing in there, too. So he's contributing a lot to that.
First meeting, Seattle had 0 sacks against Kyler. So that means they already have trouble getting to him.
Yeah, as a lot of teams do.
Right. Like, I meant to look up how many sacks he's taken all year. I'm sure it's single digits.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it feel good to sack Kyler Murray,
right?
Though, don't it?
I finally caught you.
You know, it gotta feel good to sack Kyler Murray, man.
Oh man, second team, we just spoke about it. Kind of a little bit of a mirror image of them as far as they got a little. What scares me though with this team is they've got a much better running team, offense, and that's the Green Bay Packers, man. I think the Green Bay Packers can put up a pretty good fight with Seattle. That 3-headed monster running back, man, when they're healthy. Jones, Williams, Dillon.
Yeah.
Rodgers.
And hopefully they will be, like, later on in the season. Yeah, Rodgers will burn you too, man.
Right?
And Rodgers does it at the worst
time. Does, man.
He does it at the worst for the other team, right?
When it's 3rd and 15, he'll just
still has it.
And I mean, Aaron Rodgers himself, my man's got 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So Seattle's already having trouble turning other teams over when the teams aren't really helping the cause. You know what I mean? So, like, that's got to be an added I hope we see these 2 teams in the playoffs somewhere because I can't. Aaron Rodgers versus Russell. They always have epic playoff battles, and I hope we're in for another one this year.
Yeah. I like that would be like kind of like the ultimate. No matter where they play, that would be the ultimate playoff matchup because like you can see it in Green Bay. If we get snow on the Packers and Seahawks in the playoffs, I might wet my pants. Yep. That would be football right there. With those two offenses, you know what I'm saying?
Fandom aside, complete fandom aside, and you probably aren't going to agree with this. My Final Four in the NFC, just based off of pure, because you know me, I'm a wrestling fan. I need a little bit of storyline. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of a storyline. My Final Four, my two matchups in the NFC would be
makes it better.
Seattle, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
God, if we see those motherfuckers again, if we see them again, I swear
yeah, that would be just dream as a fan, you know, like just I would love it. All right, before Shawn explodes, my third team that I think could give Seattle a problem, the LA Rams, if they're playing good football.
Yes, sir. I mean, and that's the key about it, man. Talking about it, like, dude, we're going to talk about it because I honestly think we were most intrigued by this matchup. But like, are we not?
And
like,
we get it this week.
I'm
super pumped about that.
And we get it this week, and that exactly like talking about it, like if that team is playing good, and you just don't know what you're going to get with the Rams. Like you don't know what you're going to get with Jared Goff. Put it that way.
That was a big point that I was concerned with. Is what Jared Goff do we get?
And that's the thing. And like, I mean, now we just talked about Seattle's defense. Like that is a defense. It sounds weird coming out of my mouth, but like that's a defense who was bad, and he could have a good day against them, right? So like, do you get if that defense isn't getting after him, he could have a day offense on offense at that point because like if Jared Goff's having a good day, Sean McVay gonna open that playbook up. It's gonna be Cooper Kupp. It's gonna be Robert Woods. It's gonna be Higbee getting all the boys.
And I mean they got Henderson, Brown, and Akers, another three-headed. Not to the same extent that Green Bay has, but they also have a three-headed monster themselves.
But Drew, are they finally getting Cam Akers involved though? You know what I'm saying? Like finally,
I think they had to a little bit because Henderson's been a little limited because he's been battling some injuries. He has. So I think they're going to be forced to. And I don't know, man. Maybe dude steps up and he gets more touches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At least like, well, that's kind of what we predicted. I mean, like, I knew he'd be a good rookie. Like, obviously, I drafted him in fantasy. Didn't need him. I got rid of him very quickly, even though it has not mattered at all in my fantasy year.
Sean's doing great.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm only 2 games ahead.
Like but just talking a little bit more about that matchup, like if Sean McVay's opening up that playbook, man, they are going to be going back and forth. Drew, I don't know who is home for this game. Do you know who's home?
I don't.
Let's see. Let me check it out. It looks like it is the Rams. Ooh. It looks like it's the Rams at home.
That's another added pressure there.
Right. Yeah. So, I don't know if they're letting fans in,
California,
but like I saw something that, yeah. Well, yeah. So I did see something that because there hasn't been many fans in the stands, like there's really no home field advantage. So anyone that you can get is a huge plus for your team, is it not? So if you had to call it right now, let's just, we're not putting this in our locks or whatever, but Drew, who do you think wins this game, to be honest with you?
I think Seattle wins, but I think it's going to be a Russell Wilson late game drive to win it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. I think they're going to make Russell. I don't know, man. I'm looking into my crystal ball and I see Russell Wilson to DK Metcalf with like 30 seconds on the clock to seal the win.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, just kind of talking about it, man. Like, I know I didn't. Well, that's actually weird, but like, I'm just gonna say it, man. I did actually have this game in my locks, man, and it's like it's a very hard game to predict. Yeah. So, I mean, like, you just want to get right into the locks right now.
Let's do it. Might as well. Let's switch it up.
Let's get into the locks right now. Yeah, let's get into the locks right now. I got Seattle lose.
I do have to give my hats off to you real quick. You went 2-0 last week, so you're only a game behind now. Because I went 1-1.
All right, baby.
I'm 13-5. You're 12-6. So you're gaining on me.
I'm coming up, man. I'm trying to get good with these locks, but then like I do also want to start predict because like it's getting late in the season. I want to start predicting games that are not gimmies, right? Like I'm trying to make it an active, and that's why I'm picking this game for one of my locks, man. I got Seattle losing to the Rams on Sunday as a lock. Mark it down. I'm confident in the Rams. This defense is not really doing very well, man. So I just don't know if they're going to be able to contend, especially with the Rams being at home.
Yeah.
Just talked about it with Jared Goff probably getting hot. Aaron Donald is going to want to kind of add salt to the wound of the Seattle Rams, Seattle Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just kind of one of those things, man. I think those boys get off and the Rams take it, man, at home. So lock that up for me as a Seattle loss.
Okay. My guaranteed to lose is Philip. Philip and the Colts guaranteed to lose to the Titans on Thursday night.
Okay. All right. And that's it's a Thursday night game too.
It's here in town. I got a buddy working security. It's gonna get real.
Nice. That's Thursday games are even harder to predict, man. Like they're really like
Falcons beating the Panthers. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Still burn.
Only primetime game we had all year, but whatever. It's fine.
But I can appreciate that, Drew, because like honestly, like that's a hard matchup to predict, right? It's two, 5+ win teams. Yeah. Like Philip could
one quarterback could play well,
have a good day, but
and one quarterback could be terrible, or they both could be terrible, and their running backs got to save them. So I don't know.
Exactly. So it could go either way. Not only that, but quick aside, I do want to see how if they get Desmond King integrated into the system. The Titans just got him last week.
He played well.
So I do want to see. Well. Yeah. Even more integrated into the system. So for my winner, I just got to be honest, man. After the way them boys played, they need to come out and they need to take care of business. And just talking about it before we get into it, Drew, kind of making a nice little segue here, but it is the Bucs over the Panthers, and you better get it done. Because you don't have a choice at this point. You are a laughing stock. Did you know that? Like, did y'all boys know that? All 53 of y'all? Carlton low key. Tom Brady 3 interceptions yesterday. Did you know that you're a laughing stock today? Because you were a contender 2 seconds ago, and then you come out and you shit the bed and you score 3 points in your home. We didn't even talk about this. This is in your home. They came in your house. Your house. Jameis Winston, your former quarterback, is eating W's in your house.
Yeah, that hurts.
Right? Come on, man. Come on. In your house. I ain't even done. I'm not even done. But Bucs over the Panthers is my lock for this week, Drew. And I hate to get so aggressive with it.
I'm picking the Panthers. No,
they better come out. They better come with it, man. So I'm locking it up for them boys, man. I got you.
My guaranteed winner. I'm going out on the limb here because I like where they're headed. I see another 206-yard rushing day for old Dalvin. I'm picking Minnesota to beat the Bears.
Ooh, yeah.
Bears aren't looking that grand right now, so I think Minnesota takes them out. Yep. I don't think it's because of Kirk Cousins. I think it's because of Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. And I'm completely, to be completely honest with you, man, I honestly think the same thing. So I definitely got a little foreshadowing. I got a little bit of love for Dalvin this week. Got a little bit of love for Dalvin this week. That's all I'll say. We'll kind of keep it at that.
Let's talk about our man crushes.
Oh, okay. Just like you showed a little bit. You might as well just pull the whole thing out.
Who we crushing on?
Like, yeah. So yeah, man. Just talking about it, but it's got to be Dalvin Cook from our running back. And the way that dude is rolling right now, to be honest with you, man, I don't see that Bears defense slowing him down the way that team is rolling through him. And I honestly expect it to keep happening this Sunday. So Dalvin Cook is my man crush running back for Week 10. Drew, who you got, bro?
I got old freight train himself. I got Derrick Henry.
against the Colts.
Yeah,
okay.
that Chicago defense, man.
You know, it's gonna be him.
Watch out though, that Chicago defense.
It's gonna be him and Darius. It's gonna be him and Darius Leonard like meeting in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Henry, Darius Leonard. I want to see that matchup.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, watch out though with your pick. Chicago held him to 68 yards. So
right.
I don't think there's holding Dalvin Cook to 68 yards, but I think Derrick Henry's going to bounce back against this Colts defense. I think he's going to run all over the place on Thursday.
Oh yeah, I could see it happening. I mean, like whenever Derrick Henry does that, like, can you always like, yeah, I should have seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, that makes sense.
So. What we going next? So you want to go
Let's
next?
go ahead and get the quarterback out of the way because who really cares about them fools anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're like the least important position
who cares,
on the field.
You know?
I got Lamar Jackson versus the Pats, man.
Think he's gonna bounce back?
I think that they are. I think he gets off the schneid and like he kind of starts putting it together because like he's already proven himself to be a quarterback who listens to what people are saying about him when he doesn't do well.
That's what I appreciate about that.
And like I do love whenever he does like obviously, you know, put himself in position to you know, disprove the naysayers as you will. You know what I mean? Like he kind of makes a subtle little snot and it's always like a good talk. It's always a good comeback.
Yeah, I love his very passive aggressive trash talk.
Right. So I think he actually comes back, puts it on these Pats, to be honest with you, because the Pats are reeling right now. And, like, looking at the game, I think they're still down to the Jets right now, Drew. Like, they're down. So, ain't looking good. And Lamar might put them boys to bed. So, who you got for your quarterback, man?
Oh, man, can you imagine Pats fans if they lose to the Jets?
I guarantee it's probably somebody out there talking about firing Belichick.
He's got to go.
It's probably somebody out there. Yeah, it's probably somebody out there talking about firing Belichick, man. I guarantee you. It's at least one. At least.
Billy's got to go. For my quarterback, man, I got Derek Carr. Got a favorable matchup against Denver. My man was diving all over the place. He looked good, man. Mm-hmm. Like he was smiling. He was having fun. He was acting like he didn't have a coach that didn't want him in town. He looked good, man. I like it.
That's great for Derek Carr. I mean, you know, like when he's smiling like that, you know he's having a good game.
And he plays better. He's like Cam. You know, the more fun he has, the better he plays. Yeah. Same with Baker Mayfield. A lot of those younger guys, if they're smiling, having a good time, they're crushing it.
Exactly, and that's like, as a fan, like who is on the opposite side of that quarterback having a good time, you know. If you see those quarterbacks having a good time, it is not a good day for you. You know what I mean? Like, it is not a good day for you. You're probably frustrated as hell. So, yeah. So, who we up next?
Who's
you want to do tight end?
Yeah, who's your tight end?
All right. So, I honestly think this is the first time this dude's been in my Man Crush Sunday. But I got Eric Ebron.
Ooh,
man. I got Eric Ebron.
The
Hurdling
UNC
Eric
boy.
Ebron. Yeah. I like his matchup with the versus the Bengals this week, man. I don't know who's going to be able to cover the middle against him. You know what I'm saying? So like I think he could honestly get off a lot this week.
But they wish they still had Burfict.
Especially looking his way. Yep. No, they don't. They do not wish they had. That is how many times the man been sued when they've been on it since he was on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that dude doing now?
Just angry, just mad.
Probably
just
so.
Spends his day
Probably
mad.
So now he's taking that. He's just taking that anger out on like regular Joes and James.
I'd hate to accidentally run into that dude at a coffee
people,
shop. Like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, you're
right. Get his Starbucks order wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Oh, quick aside. Yeah, Drew, the Pats are down 20-10 at the start of the third.
20-10. Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy. I hope Darnold lands on his feet somewhere, man. I like that guy.
He will. Pedigree, man. Pedigree.
I got Robert Tonyan as my tight end.
I like that pick, man. I thought about picking Tanya, but I was like, I picked him, like a couple weeks ago or whatever.
They're playing Jacksonville. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to make this look pretty easy. And knowing Aaron Rodgers just kind of the jerk that he is, I think he's tired of throwing it to Devontae Adams because everyone expects it. He's going to throw it to Tanya just so he can be like, oh, I throw it to Adams and Adams only.
Right, yeah. Because and Adams has been like, I mean, we could literally pick Devontae Adams every week, but like we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not going to do that. So, but yeah. So I guess talking about wide receivers, Drew, I kind of like really am proud of myself for picking this guy. Is weird. I like patting myself on the back. It's Allen Robinson. Man.
Okay,
it's Allen Robinson.
Like
even with Nick Foles potential, Mitch Trubisky. Right, yeah, like I honestly think he has a good game because he continuously he's the only one of the most underrated receivers in the league.
He's the only steady player on that offense right now.
Yeah, he is, and that's why I like his matchup this week. I mean, I think because of even though they're playing the Vikings or whatever, like the Vikings, I want to say they have a lot of. I know Cam Dantzler might be out. So
a lot of holes on the.
There might be a lot of opportunity for him. Yeah, there might be a lot of opportunity for him. So
I like that.
We'll see what happens. So
I got Curtis Samuel. My man's been playing on fire. Playing on fire.
Oh, he has. I'll give it to you. Then he had 100 yesterday, right?
Yeah, he had 105 yards,
106
a touchdown, and 13 rushing yards.
I think they're utilizing him a lot.
I'm not going to say we're going to beat the Bucs. I'm just saying when we lose, it's not going to be the offense's fault. And he's one of Teddy's. Did
you see the defense? Yeah, it won't be the offense's fault. Did you see my defense yesterday?
Did you see my defense?
It won't be their fault.
I see your bad defense and raise you Carolina's defense.
Tip of the cap to you. Yeah.
Well, speaking of defense, who you got as your defense?
Speaking of defense. I kind of had to get them in here somewhere, right? But it's the Packers defense versus the Jags. I mean, and the reason why I picked it, Drew, because like the Packers defense hasn't been great, like we talked about it, but I honestly picked them because I think that this is the matchup where they kind of start to get some things clicking here. It's a get right game for them.
Because, I mean, you got to think they're going to pick up steam going into the playoffs. That's just your typical
so, right?
Aaron Rodgers team. Starts off slow. They question why they didn't add players in the offseason. They pick up momentum, and then they're rolling by playoffs.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I think that it's got to start somewhere. Right, like it's got to start somewhere for their turnaround. Like, to be honest with you, I mean they're not a team that needs to turn it around. They're still going to win games, but like the defense is kind of holding that team back. And I think this is the game where they actually start to take advantage of those matchups. I mean, like it's the Jags.
It's the
you know what I'm saying?
But it's Jake Luton and the Jags. All right, so you be careful.
Ooh, I mean, you just sold me right there. I mean, Jake Luton. I mean, whew.
That's
saucy.
That's sixth round.
What you got for your defense, though?
I got the Tennessee Titans against Fumble Rivers and the Colts.
It could be a good matchup for him, though.
Did you see my man try to chase down that the defense had the ball and he tried to chase him and he got crossed up immediately and just laid there?
Oh, yeah. Phillip. I mean, there's been a lot of moments this year where like old quarterbacks look like old quarterbacks,
and like
that was definitely one of them. Yeah, he had nothing for that young defensive guy. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he had nothing. Like he just laid there, and his look said the whole thing. Right? Like his face said the whole thing.
He looks like me when I drop the remote on the couch and can barely it's just out of my reach, and I'm just like,
right.
Defeat. Like I'm just watching.
That's what that is.
Now.
That's defeat.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's what that is. So, I think like that's what we got for Man Crush Sundays.
What about our matchups? I know we got to talk about one particular matchup. It wouldn't be us if we didn't. I think we're going to dedicate the whole segment. We did talk about Rams Seattle. That's a fun matchup. I'm excited. I think Chargers Dolphins could be a good matchup. But. Yeah, we wouldn't be us if we didn't dedicate the matchups of the week segment to the one matchup that matters between us, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, like, and I honestly, like, Drew, you saw me, like, that was totally unprovoked, but I got receipts, man. Carolina is not an easy out. I do not care what their record says that they are, and stay tuned for next week because your man has a very special midseason turnaround for you.
Nice.
And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But I really thought that they had a lot of chances to beat the Chiefs yesterday, and they are. I mean, honestly, like talking about Carolina, like y'all lost the last 4 games by 1 score.
Yeah.
In each of those games,
they've been,
right?
And that's all I've cared. All I wanted this season, I wanted one thing, and I wanted the team to be fun to watch. And I've gotten everything I wanted,
and they are. Yeah. They are. So, I just Tampa Bay's got to turn it around, man. Like I don't know what that was yesterday, but like you're coming into this game on the road and like you're playing a team that ain't going to lay down. I don't care what their record says, like we just talked about it. So are you going to be able to rush the ball? Are you going to be able to pass the ball? Is the defense going to show up? Are you going to let this Saints loss turn into 2 losses? Like we talked about that during the offseason. Like, I mean, it's a common trap that can happen. Like you get beat so bad that you just still reeling playing another team thinking about what just happened last week.
Shawn, I got one. So, I got a hypothetical for you.
Okay.
If you could fix one thing about the Buccaneers right now, be it Brady's inaccuracy or the defense letting up numbers, like if you could fix one thing, just like snap your fingers and it's better next game, what would that be for the Bucs?
Yeah. I know exactly what it would be. I know, like, and it may seem broad, to be honest with you. It may seem broad, but Drew, it's coaching.
Okay, no, I get that.
Why
I get that.
Why am I saying that?
Yeah.
Though? Like, why am I saying that? If anybody watched that game yesterday, you'll know exactly why. Like, it was predictable. There was no adjustments. They got ran and passed all over, and they had nothing. They had nothing coming in.
Who's your defensive coordinator?
That is coaching. Todd Bowles, my guy.
Yeah.
Right, like Todd Bowles. Yeah. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, are y'all like it? Just this franchise is scared of the Saints. They're scared of them. Like they don't know what they're doing. So like anyway, we talking about Bucs Panthers right now.
Yeah. I mean that's how we are with the Falcons. So I hear you. Like it's so funny. Like y'all are the mirror image of us and the Falcons. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, and it's I guess in talking about it, like this is and not only that, but this is another divisional game. Yeah. Like we can't like coming off that loss, and that's why this is such a great matchup because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cannot afford to lose this game at all costs. That's why I picked it in my locks. Yeah. Like they needed that. They needed the Saints game. Yeah, so how big is this game right here?
Yeah, you needed.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's 0-2 against the Saints, right?
It's 0-2 against the Saints, but Drew, that was for the division.
Yeah.
Like, if all other things being equal, right? All other things being equal, let's just be honest. Like, all other things being equal, if the Saints win the rest of their division games like they are projected to do, if the Bucs win all their division games like they are projected to do, then that game was it.
That was it, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That was it. So, like, it's one of those things. So, now the Bucs have to keep pace.
Well, I mean, you could get that coveted number 5 seed that we talked about.
That coveted 5, they in there now. I saw that today. They in that coveted 5, and to be honest with you, like now, but I talked about this with some folks, like earlier, but like with that loss, man, and we might have mentioned it last week, but like with that loss, now you're chasing, like you're behind the 8 ball. Now you're watching instead of watching one team, you're watching 3.
Yeah.
We're watching the Cardinals, we're watching the Rams, we're watching the Seahawks, we're watching
the Bears.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and now so you have to win this game, and that's why the Bucs need to win this game, and they've got a lot to do, Drew. They got a lot to do, but what do the Panthers need to do to win this game?
They gotta let. I wrote on my notes, let Teddy be Teddy. Like, my man is I've never seen him at any point in his career be able to throw the deep ball like he's been able to do this year. And I feel like Robbie Anderson is that perfect complement to him. I think that they mesh so well. I think Robbie has brought out, like the insecurities of Teddy. I think Robbie's just like, man, just throw me the ball. You know what I mean? And it's worked. Curtis Samuel has been a very pleasant addition to the. Thank you for joining the offense, Curtis. It's been a while. We're happy you finally showed up.
How is it? I know, like, and y'all gotta like y'all have a lot of mishmash pieces that are working very well for that offense.
Very untraditional.
Drew, how much is like? Well, it's an untraditional offense, but like, is that the greatness that is Joe Brady? Yeah. Like, how is
he brings a fresh
how is
voice
he in your eyes? You know what I'm saying?
To the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's got schemes and ideas that are going to be brand new and no one's used them before, and it's going to be great because defenses aren't going to know what to do. So I'm excited about it. It's just,
and he's proven
can
that.
he continue to get creative? You know, like as more films out there, and like you said, you know, the Bucs were predictable on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like I don't want this. Many years as a Panthers fan on 3rd and 8, and we run the ball right up the middle. So I mean, I've been there with the predictable. You know what I mean? And I've thoroughly enjoyed how creative this coaching staff is. I'm loving that they're going for it. I love that they threw my man out there on the field to try to kick. What was it, a 67-yarder? Go for it, man! Like
confidence. That's confidence.
That's
man.
Carolina's key to this game. Unfortunately for you, Shawn, as a Bucs fan, we got nothing to lose.
Right. And that's a dreaded thing to come into a game with, bro. Like, and honestly, like that's what's keeping y'all in games because like y'all are already behind the 8 ball in terms of wins. Yeah. But this, if any team in the league is playing like they have nothing to lose, it is this team, and they will burn you. And
they're
I'm like,
fun.
and I like,
who cares? Like they probably not gonna make the playoffs.
And I, like,
probably not gonna get a high draft pick. We're having fun.
It's very weird for me to say, and Drew, like honestly, you would know this better than anybody, but this is very weird to say. But like, I got mad respect for this year's Carolina team. That's tough
for Shawn
to
say.
They're very fun to watch.
For Shawn
and I hate the Panthers. Like I mean, Drew, you know, I hate them, but like it is. I've got so much disdain for the Saints right now in the way that this Carolina
they have
team
become
is playing.
Public enemy number one. So that is our saving
grace. It's just now and I'm saying that right now, but that could very much I could be just as mad at the Saints as I am in the Panthers if we lose this game on Sunday. Do you understand? Yeah. Like your man might be taking some trips to Tampa to get arrested.
Just letting
you
know
understand what
right
I'm
now.
telling you?
Just letting y'all know right now. If you don't see us next week, you know what happened.
It's true. It might be true. It might be true. But like, I don't know if I'll be able to look at this man in the face and like not make a trip to Tennessee where he is at.
You might,
like,
you might not see your boys next week.
Nah, but they got to get it done, man, and they got to figure it out. Like everything that they did not do, the Bucs did not do on Sunday, has to change. Like 3 points. 3 points, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of what it is. And like honestly, I think for the Bucs to win the game, they just have to get back on the horse. Like that's
do what they do best.
They have to like do what they do best. I don't know if they're overthinking.
I think so, man, because it's a big group of veterans. They shouldn't be playing like this. You know what I mean? Like your offense is playing like my rookie defense right now.
Yeah, and it's just real unfortunate what's going on, man. What like I mean, honestly, like I gotta talk about it, man. Like the step up candidates this week, you know what I'm saying? Step up with Suds. Listen, I gotta put this down. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put this down. Like we gotta talk about it. Let me get my ears straight.
I wish I had my popcorn right now.
It's just kind of one of those things. It's just kind of one of those things, man. But look, the step up candidates this week is all reserved for these fuck ass Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Like, so you get on national TV. It's all these crazy games going on in on this Sunday, and you wait all day. This is what you get in prime time, Drew. This is what you get in prime time. This is three games for this team that has Sunday Super Bowl aspirations, and they are 1-2, and they could have lost all three. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Sean Murphy Bunting and Jamel Dean continuing to have bad game after bad game. And Ty Bowles did nothing, Drew. This is what I'm talking about. This is what coaching is. Like, they had no adjustments. They was playing soft coverage. The man's name is Slant Boy. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Is he going to run a slant?
What is he going to run? He's going to run a slant, and they were playing 10 yards off, my guy. Like, the whole night, they were playing 10 yards off, soft coverage. They were rushing for Drew Brees, and they had nothing for him. Like, that is one of the best offensive lines in football. Like, y'all weren't blitzing. You weren't doing what you're doing best. It's like Sean Payton was just out coaching, outclassing. The defense was doing the same exact thing. And, like, I just don't understand how you can have those type of aspirations and put that shit on the field. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen? And like, not only that, but I have not mentioned the fact that these boys were at home. They came in your house. Your former quarterback, I said this earlier, came in your house and ate a W against the team that he embarrassed himself against, that he now plays on.
He ate that W.
Like,
he ate that.
He ate a W in your, and then like, I mean, I saw like a pregame video of the Saints on the Tampa Bay field, and like I like basically I got on Twitter and I just like I looked up the hashtag, right? I followed the hashtag to see what was going on before the game from both sides. I decided to see it from both sides because I was sure that the Bucs were going to be able to come out and play this game and be as confident as they needed to be, that they were the team that beat the crap out of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
That smoked the Green Bay Packers, right? Like, this is who that team was now. This ain't the first game of the season. Right? Like, you had all off season for that. This ain't the first game of the season. You're now coming in here as a confident team, and you were going to whoop these boys. And they took your lunch money.
Yeah.
They took your lunch money. They dancing all over the field. You did not score a touchdown on them. They harassed your quarterback and got him to throw 3 interceptions. They basically ran all over you. They passed all over you 5 yards at a time. You had nothing for them. So what Mike Evans, like, get involved. Chris Godwin's got a broke finger. He was out there. I commend him, but he probably shouldn't have been out there. Just make Antonio Brown a part of the game plan. Rob Gronkowski dropping passes. Like, were y'all partying, bro? Like, were y'all reading your press clippings like a little bit too much? You let me know. Let the fans know, because basically you embarrassed yourselves, to be honest with you. But like, not only that, but like myself, the rest of Bucs fans, rest of Bucs Twitter, wherever y'all at, y'all was caping for this team and they making you look like suckers. And myself included, like, let's be honest. So I don't know what y'all need to do to get it fixed, but you got to do this. You got to get it done.
You're mucking it up.
Mucking it up. Step it the fuck up. Step it up. I feel better.
Okay, good. All right. I was waiting for the.
I feel better. Like,
I was waiting for the exhale there for a second. Doesn't it feel good to just rant a little bit better?
Yeah, I appreciate you for letting me get that out, man. Like,
of course,
it's nice to have a creative outlet, and I feel a little bit better, man. I'll be honest with you. I feel a little bit better. Fuck you, Bucs. Fuck you.
Football, it's supposed to be therapeutic. You know what I mean? It's supposed to take your mind off of things. But when your team plays like that, it just adds to your stress. So I get you.
Yeah. It's just like, I just imagine like what it's like being the other person who, like, the uninterested party. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a team is having, like, you're with a fan whose team is having a meltdown. Yeah. Like, that shit is,
it's like, entertaining.
Whew.
It's very entertaining.
Is it? Is it awkward?
Nah, I've enjoyed every minute of this. Shawn's going through some things.
Yeah, I was going through some things. So, be honest. Like, when y'all was on the call last night, y'all was laughing y'all asses off. I enjoyed it. I know you were.
We were kind of pretending you were still there. We'd be like, Shawn be saying this right now. Shawn probably flipped over the coffee table right there. You know, we were there. You were with us in spirit. We were commentating on
it. Yeah, man. Fuck the Buccaneers, man. Like, y'all, man.
What?
Oh my God!
Let them know where they can interact with you this week. Shawn needs a virtual hug.
If y'all
send him a virtual hug.
If y'all need to, if y'all need to console me, man, at the Kid Suds on Twitter, at @nickel_Dom football, man. Stay tuned. We got something coming out for y'all here pretty soon. It'll be fine. I need some support, like Drew was asking. But speaking to Drew, let the folks where they can find all your fine content that they need to ingest all the time. I need more.
Go to drewharrisoncomedy.com. You can check it out. I got drive-through reviews with my lovely wife. I got all of our football shenanigans from here. Got some sketches on there. Stay tuned. Got some more sketches in the works. Drew, ready for that.
You want to know what I love about drive-through reviews is because, like, maybe I've said this before, but it's like y'all try all the stuff that I want to try, and like I love to get like a real perspective on it.
We keep it.
Like,
we
oh,
keep
damn,
it real.
like I'm about to get. Yeah,
I love Laura's way more honest than I am.
They said it was good.
You know, like Laura's way more. Like I'm just like, yeah, it was okay. She's like, it was trash. I was like, that's fair.
yeah.
Nice. Well, yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Laugh with Harrison. Keep sending in those your team updates. We love them. We've enjoyed them. Thanks again to Josh Rosenstein for
we appreciate
for
you
hitting us up this week.
Thanks, Josh.
Keep sending them up. That's it. We'll see you next week.
That's it. All right. I'll be less angry next week. Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully. Stick with us. We love you.
Bye.